And here we are. Welcome back, everybody, to another live stream here with me, Ben, at KameTrick, the channel that bridges the gap between drifting in real life, like you see on screen here, and drifting in the simulator. Tonight we have another awesome time of Assetto Corsa, full modded drifting coming at you, and it is going to be a great time. We're going to get started out here, live streaming on YouTube at a a classic track. It's only got 20 pit slots, but we're running 2 servers called HT Drift Park, I believe. Happy Tracks Drift Park. And it is actually a 3-track little mini circuit. All of them are tiny, they're perfect, and well suited to the WDT Street cars. We've got 55 viewers to welcome here at the start of the stream. Thank you all for being stoked to come and check it out. We are going to get right into it here once I go through the usuals and greet everyone. First of all, I want to thank our recent subscribers. We've got Shadowfire 2303, Gontai, Vanilla 869, The Trip, Aha, My Weird Taste, Dodsmack, Jonathan Marcellino, Lee Tigner, AES Gaming, Big Smitty 78, Yobijo, Ulterior Carpentry, Nathan Williams, Berserk, Danny Dedude, Aaron Turk, and Noah McBride. Thank you all for sending it and joining the KameTrick Drift crew. We are glad to have you. Everybody who's here, don't forget, now is the time to hit that like button as I get caught up on comments. Ghouls, what's going on? Oz Leafy, what is up? Nathan, aka Starlord Gaming, good to see you, man. I feel like it's been a little bit. You doing alright? What's up, man? Sir Studded Slim Rim, Smoke a Tire Guy, that's a pretty rad name too. Sunshine, what is up? Stir Crazy, how is it going? Sim Drifting, we have got some good stuff in store tonight. We're going to start out, like I said, with a pretty legit set of small kart track style, and then we're going to do some Super Mario drifting, and that'll be over on the Twitch stream at twitch.tv/KameTrick. Palisade, what is going on, my friend? Theo, good to see you. Codex Egg, hey, I was just thinking about you the other day. How have you been? Good to see you, my friend. Stefan just sent it on a new PC in VR, and it is a game changer. Yes, yes it is. That is awesome. I'm stoked for you. Oh, you changed your name for good, Nathan. Right on. Well, I will attempt to link those up in my tiny old brain. Andre, yeah, whoever helps me in the Discord. My name is Batco. Yeah, we've had a couple of folks help on. I've tried to help once or twice. How you doing? 1979, good to see you. Moji, oi, what is up? DSCA, other car mods, that can be a thing in the future. Tonight we're sticking with our tried and true WDT Street cars, but I'm definitely down to give that a shot. 79, back for a second time. Osaji, how's it going, man? Mint chocolate ice cream, putting down a game I just bought to try and join the bash. Right on. Yeah, just set your content manager to wait for any car, and we'll get into it. I think that we might still have a little bit of room. Go ahead and get things pulled up here shortly. There we go. Shout out to JT Pro for reminding me and then dogging me a little bit that I needed to set up my F7 cam. I had it set up before, actually, and then I deleted all of my, all of my Assetto Corsa so that I could make those how to get started in sim drifting software tutorials. And then I forgot that the free cam was the thing. So this is an example of the free cam. It lets you fly the camera around. It's just kind of nice for just chatting for a moment. Urban Grit, good to see you. Snoopy as well. Cool Man Tetris, what is up? And Lane as well. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen you. How have you been? Prode Rider, oh, you can't run tonight. Well, thanks for stopping in to say hey. That's all right. There's always next week, and actually I've got some updates. I'm looking forward to wrapping up just some things I've got in the works. So I hope that you will be able to come out next week, because we'll probably have some pretty good tandems. Andre says, do I think VR is worth it? I do. VR kind of makes me sick to my stomach, so I don't use it personally, but it's very immersive. To Hector, thank you for sending it. Joining the KameTrick drift crew. Alrighty, we are going to check out this track. Yeah, you know I got initial D on the brain. Alright. I think I may have messed with my... Yeah, I messed with my smoke mod a little bit, and I tried to make the smoke a bit less aggressive. I didn't test it. So we might be smokeless in Seattle here for a little bit. Alright, so we're going to get started. Now, this is HT Drift Park. It's an awesome track. And it has got several... Oh, I need to turn on the track map because I cannot see if I'm about to pull out in front of someone. Pro tip for everyone who is into Assetto Corsa. Use your track map. You can see I've pulled it up on screen right here. And I'm going to stick it down kind of off to the side where you all won't be too annoyed by it. It's a great way to see who's coming up on track so that you don't pull out like right now and get obliterated and ruin somebody's tandem. So these are 3 small technical circuits, and we're going to make our way around the first one right here using pretty much nothing but good throttle control. I'm using the stock settings right now, including the stock turbo, which is only at about 70%. We are following from a small distance my buddy Theo. Shout out to Theo out in Australia. Tuning in at probably, ooh, that's wall, a pretty late time. Let's get the boost turned up. See if we can't get in there a little bit. I love these new liveries. Very nice. Might have to see if these guys want to design a livery. I can't speak. GTA Liberty City here. I don't know why that's on my mind. Actually, I do. There's a Liberty City map port for Assetto that we had posted up in the channel recently. It looks kind of goofy, but part of me really wants to goof around on it. We're just shredding behind Theo. Alright, that's one track. Let's go find another, because there are several. I'm just gonna hang out actually for 1 second. Gotta do my thing. Catch up with chat. Gonna try this whole free cam deal out. Hopefully that's kind of cool. Just a little something different for you guys. Pair pulled up next to you to test the delay. YouTube is rough. Yeah, man, YouTube has got, unfortunately, like a proper 30-second delay or something between when I do something and when you guys see it on the stream. It is what it is, unfortunately. The exact same like settings and presets on Twitch have like a 2 to 4 second delay tops, usually no more than 2. So I really enjoy the Twitch stream in that regard. But YouTube is a platform that I've got a lot of loyal viewers on, so I'm not going to stop my YouTube stream. I'm just going to have to stream in 2 places, you know, and split the night up. Maybe add another stream night in the future. We'll have to see how that goes. Koenigsegg, man, it's all good. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's glad to. I'm glad to have you back. Kulaman, I do like Sylvia's a fair bit. I have been drifting an S chassis since 2003, so it's a chassis I'm very comfortable in. Although, I mean, pretty much the way that drifting works, all the cars are the same. It just is the speed at which they do different things. But yeah, I'm a huge S chassis fan. Michael Wu digging the socks. That's right, we have got the sushi socks. We've got all sorts of yummy nigiri. Gonna try to roll up on some doors later. Always the S13. 400 Gaming, man, it has been a while since I've been in Assetto. Might try to jump back in when the headset arrives. Yeah, dude, come shred. We have an awesome time on Fridays. Free cam is killer. You digging it? Right on. Love AC drifting, but my wheel doesn't have a clutch. I have to use only handbrake. Yeah, without a clutch, it can be a little challenging. However, it is doable. Actually, I can probably, yeah, I can do that, and that'll look pretty solid. Yeah, all the information on joining, including the server password, is in the KameTrick Discord. You're gonna have to join the Discord in order to get access. Shout out to the socks, heck yeah! 17 years with the S13, that's my age. Have I ever wrecked it? Yes, I have. I have never dented it severely, but I've gone off a couple of times on the streets back in the day, and I've gone off on track a couple of times as well. Only once have I been bumped in tandem, and it was my fault. I had a little bit of an angle stall, and like we hit his front wheel to my back wheel. Didn't really do any damage. It was very, it was in the rain. It was pretty slow, so I've had pretty good luck keeping that car alive. I've been drifting since before you were born. That's all right. You know, like, here's the thing. We all get older every day. You know, you can't stop it. So it's more, I'd like, if you're seeing it and you think that's funny, that's cool. But I'd rather you be like pumped to know that even if you're into drifting now, you can make it something that you enjoy for a very long time. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to grow out of it or anything. Tarantula, is the only racing game you play, or do you play arcade racers and simcades? I actually want to get into doing a little bit more arcade and simcade type stuff, just for fun, really. Like, Forza has a huge community. I would like to try and see how people respond to that if I do that content on my channel. I know that my regulars are down for whatever, but more about seeing if I can help grow the channel a little bit more by trying perhaps some more popular titles. So that's something I want to give a shot to. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Here we've got a nice little train with some of my regulars. We've got Shadowhunter in the lead, followed by Balisage and John DM. This is on our little second track layout of the three. The third one is the best, and I'm saving it for last. We are stacked. Maybe you can't not be stacked when the track is this small, I'm not sure. Now the question is, how slow does everybody go right there? And they have to, because it's a tight track here. This is the smallest track, and I'm surprised that we're trying to do a three-man. I'm not counting myself just yet. I'm not really in there. Ooh, John, with the ninja teleport to pit skills. If you don't know how to do that and you'd like to play Assetto Corsa, you're not sure how to, like, just disappear from people's way, check out my video tutorial on how to set up Assetto Corsa and then bind your keys. We just did a grass-assisted burst pass there. But I do have a video that will explain to you how to get Content Manager, which is what unlocks the teleport to pit function that I just used as well. And then you can enjoy getting the heck out of the way when you wipe out instead of wrecking the rest of the train. We're gonna chase down this big-bodied car here, or try. This is the one time that I'm happy I left my gearing kinda low. A little too tight there. I'm just feeling out half the track and half the lead car as well. We're following, I think that says Ian. I promise I'm not just like completely blind. I am a little bit. I'm actually blind, partially blind in one eye. But fortunately it's not like directly in the middle, it's off to the side, so I usually am able to compensate for it without even noticing that it's there, unless I'm looking at like a checkerboard pattern, like a wallpaper or something. The place where I work has this really god-awful checkerboard pattern in the restroom, and if I look at it for very long, I can quickly spot like a broken spot in the checkerboard, like over here, where my eye is all jacked up. It's from back when I was an anime character and I got in a big fight. Alright, so I think we've about got the gist for this track. Part of me, though, says I need to try and do big old backwards entry on it. Something gangster. But you know me, I gotta wait until somebody's following me so that they're not prepared. This is gonna be a horrible, horrible decision. But anybody who's into drifting knows all about those. So let's try it. Yep. That's alright. I didn't quite have enough speed. We're gonna teleport to pits. Whoop. Where we will hang out for a moment. Whoa, it's all trippy. Check out the last course. This is a course to be excited about. And there's very few people on it right now, which surprises me. We're gonna be out there soon. Very soon. Oh boy. John has just started going the opposite direction because there's so few people on it, and we're about to see some NASCAR stuff. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, everyone bails safely. Okay, good job. I'm gonna catch up with chat for just a little bit. And yeah, don't forget to hit like to help grow the stream. We do have to teach the YouTube algorithm that this is the raddest Assetto Corsa content on the internet. So your support is appreciated, and you guys are doing a kick-ass job of that. We have 90 likes, 87 viewers. We always get to save up a few in advance, like we're charging up a spirit bomb or something, by scheduling the stream. So thank you all for your continued support on that. Let's catch up with chat here. We've got Bailey. Hey my dude, what's up? Never drifted before, ever. Only play on controller. My friend let me play in a setup, and to be honest, holy crap, I had to relearn how to drive. Yes, absolutely. So that's one of the interesting things. Like if you're used to playing on a gamepad, you can steer from lock to lock like instantly, right? And when you go to a wheel setup, you have to turn it for days. Now, if you're playing like a simcade, that's terrible. But if you're playing a proper simulator, you need that fine detail, you know, the granularity of being able to put in 1 degree at a time of steering instead of having to be like this for like that, you know what I'm saying? So you'll get used to it. It works out, but hopefully you'll get hooked on it soon enough, and then you'll be out on track with us. Andre, this map is called HT Drift Park. It is a classic. This was like one of the first maps that I did a live stream on a year and a half ago or something now. Ace, do I do grip driving? I do. Yes, in real life and in the simulator as well. I've been autocrossing for about as long as I've been drifting. Garget, what is up? Ooh, Psycho-Ease, good to see you as well. Alright, let's try out this track. It's a super fun third layout here. I really enjoy this map for that. And it's about to be party time too. But first I'm gonna, yeah, I'll show you guys the third track first, and then we'll go full party mode. So the third track is the farthest. You go off to the right and pull over here, and I'll just give you guys a quick drift tour of the track. Plus, I need to remember how to drive it. So you've got like this rad wall that you can run. It's a faster track than the other two. You actually get to build up some speed. I'm being conservative because I honestly don't quite remember how tight the turns are. I just kind of know the general setup. It's gonna snake around here. I think continue. Nope, it's not gonna pick up any more elevation, but we go into this cool, like, banked curve, which Assetto sometimes gets a little weirded out simulating the grip for. At least I don't always treat it quite right. And then you can either go up in there, or you can just do a manji. It's actually kind of a cool spot if you've got a train and you want to switch who's leading. The lead car can go on the side, and the chase cars can just go straight. Now here I needed to carry much more speed. That's probably a shift up to third moment. But as you can see, nobody's perfect, especially when they don't remember how the track goes, which is what I'm dealing with right now. So we're gonna roll up here, do our little manji around, not go out to the wall all that far. A little bit longer second gear by like one click of gearing would help for this. You have to be a little careful there. You can't throw tons of angle because that turn comes up really tightly and you'll go into the wall. Okay, we're gonna manji, and then I think I'm gonna try to go up to third here, so that I can make it around this right here, up to third. Little dirt drop, back down to second, then we'll transition around. That was cheeky, but it worked really well. So that's going to be my approach for this track. Ooh, all the way out to the wall. Now it's time to find some tandem friends. Now that I've had the chance to show you guys the track in all of its glory. Because really, the first two tracks are little warm-up tracks, and if you're not quite up for the challenge that this track represents yet, a nice thing about this map is that it does give you something to enjoy. But that's the gist of that. What the hell, inertia drift. Alright. It is now party time, and when I say party time, it's beverage o'clock. See if I can't get my oh, that's why my keyboard shortcuts be not working. Let's see, we'll put on a camera. Oh, hi there. Sorry, guy. Chilling with the homies. But yes. Okay, apparently I'm in the way, so I'll just teleport out. That's fine. I didn't want to be parked there anyway. Don't worry about it, guy. Little tree action. There we go. That looks good enough. Theo, which is my favorite track of the three? I like the long track the most. It's not that much faster, but just the elevation changes, the wall, it's got some fun elements, and the turns are still pretty long, so you do have time to get up on people. After that, the first track I drove is, they're all pretty good though, they all flow pretty well. What do you think of them? I tried to pick something that would be a little bit easier for tandem, but not like boring easy, and the fact that there's 3 layouts here is awesome. And yeah, it's party time. You ready for party time? I'll show you guys. Party time. Super dorky. I was looking for a mug for tonight, and I was like, yeah, I remember this old thing. So, yeah, we're partying now. Yeah, I like all of them as well. There's not one that's really bad. The smallest track is a little too small in my opinion, but like if it were a bit wider, I would be really happy with it. Or no, the turn's a tiny bit faster, but it's good. The server does have a password, Nathan. It it is in the Discord in KT announcements. If you type !server, you'll get it figured out. Mike, there are some shots in there, just a couple. Yeah, I'm gonna be in a good mood tonight. I'll tell you guys all about it. It's let's talk more tandems. Dan's not wrong. Track download, everything else is in the Discord. Just type !server and everything you need should come up. And yes, it has been a day. Let's get a crew stacked up here, ready to go out onto the big track. Who's with me? Who's ready? Span Harambe is ready. We got 2 more coming up. Let's get a crew. Do some big centipede moves. But yeah, how's your all's week been? Mine has been challenging. At the day job, I've got a big project that's probably going to take close to another month and a half to finish. And for those of you all who are active in my Discord, you'll know that I have been a little quiet lately, and the biggest reason for that is that project. Ironically, I actually am on Discord the most, like, during work hours. I'm not, like, totally goofing off or anything. It's just that I have sort of a tech type of job where I have the ability to tune into my Discord for brief moments and talk with you guys. So yeah, I've been a little quiet on the Discord, and then in the evenings this week, I was actually helping my lady out with a video project for one of her hobbies. One of the groups that she's involved with is a nonprofit, and they are kind of like doing virtual stuff. It's a dance studio, and so they normally have in-person classes, and they have a big like dance show and festival with a bunch of workshops for the dancers that are into that. That happens around this time of the year, as I look at the camera and then don't watch where I'm driving like an idiot. Just trying to get some viewer connection going here, make it entertaining for you guys. But unfortunately with the pandemic, they're pretty much all virtual for classes, and they were putting together we're in the wall. Yikes, they're putting together a virtual dance performance as well. So my lady decided to volunteer to work on the video for that and asked me for help, and I decided that I would do something charitable for their nonprofit and edit their entire video, do it up pretty well. So all the dancers did their performances just kind of wherever, and then sent all the footage to me, and I edited all of it, did the voiceover and narration for the show, and put it all together. But whereas my YouTube videos, I usually spend, 2 nights or something on, maybe 3, depending, probably 3 or 4 if you include filming. And they come out to be 15 to 25 minutes, depending on like the tutorials that I do. This was like 1 hour and 10 minutes, so it was a big project, and I just wrapped it up literally tonight. As soon as I got off work, I put the finishing touches on a couple things, color graded some footage that came in kind of late, and then that is going to premiere, not on my channel because it's not really my content, but that's going to premiere on their platform, I guess you could say, tomorrow. I think tomorrow night. So yeah, I'm wiped out. It's just been a long week with that perfect dirt drop. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Angle stalled it. Chase car was on the ball and prepared to bail for me. Very nice. Riding the wall. Woo. Yeah, we're in a good zone tonight, guys. I probably just jinxed myself. We'll see. If I did, that's fine. I've been having a good run. In fact, it's time to see if we can get somebody to chase. I'm gonna do this little side move here. We'll see if the lead car follows me or not. He did. Alright. I'm gonna go off on purpose and get my opportunity to chase. It's gonna take me a moment to catch up with John. Oh, and he's gonna wipe. Which happens. Where should I wait for other cars? Hopefully that works. Span Harambe chasing Tora in the big boat, and I think Tora is still one of my sim drifting heroes because I'm pretty sure he's driving his car on dual flight sticks. One flight stick for throttle and brake on an axis, and the other flight stick for steering. Which, I gotta say, is pretty damn gangster. Alright, I'm looking for somebody to come give me some leads over on the long track. We're gonna take a minute, we're gonna have some party juice. Very nice. Let's see. Like I was saying, direct drive is not all that great for the price. My main thought is, like, in all things, right? I assume that none of us are ridiculously financed. So you have to balance good enough with affordable enough. And I think that a belt drive wheel is a pretty solid way to do that. Theo's ready to go, so I'm gonna go follow him while we talk through this. Oh, wrong way, bro. We go this way, I promise. Well, we'll catch up eventually, I guess. So Taylor Ray is a pretty reliable source in terms of real-life drifting. Miata, whatever all else he's had, he's driven a number of cars. He's a solid driver for sure. He says that his direct drive, he didn't kind of think it would be all that great, but that he actually does think that it's an improvement. And I'm sure it's an improvement, but that's the thing. We have to define improvement, right? Like, going from a gear drive wheel to a belt drive wheel, that's a huge improvement. It's a game changer. You've got to have it. I don't know because I haven't tried one yet, but I suspect that a direct drive wheel is not that much more of an improvement over a belt. I'm sure it's better. But is it direct drive wheel money better? Maybe not. Part of the reason I say that is specifically for drifting. Because, I mean, if you watch my hands, and if you watch people drifting in general, little sketch there, but that's okay. You'll see that, like, we don't spend a whole lot of time actually holding the wheel when we're transitioning anyway. Like, most of the time, all the big steering moves, I'm not even touching the wheel. So, like, the fact that it's direct drive isn't going to matter as long as a belt drive wheel can spin fast enough, which it can. So then it's going to come down to those moments that you are still holding the wheel And yeah, I'm sure it's better, but I don't think it's that much better. We are following Koenigsegg. He is an early friend of the channel and has been MIA for a while, probably just had other stuff going on or took a break from drifting, I'm not sure, but glad to be able to cut some tandems back with him. I thought he was going to get into the wall there, so I kind of gave some room, and I'm glad I did. Turned out to be the right call. Oh no! Oh man, I got a little bit too much sauce on that one. John Webster, thank you for sending it. Welcome to the channel. Aeon, my job in tech. So I do a bunch of stuff, but in general I'm involved in like some website building, some spreadsheet management and databasing and information crunching, just stuff like that. Andre, hey, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we'll catch you next time. And there's Mikro. He's one of my mods. He has got the good news as far as getting some tech support. And yeah, shout out Mick. What's up, man? Taking a break from WRC9. This man is a ripper on WRC9. He's got a top 10 time that he just set recently, and you can find the video for that on the Discord as well. Yeah, just absolute legend. Theo has the direct drive. Used to have a 2.5 Club Sport, which is what I use. Not that much difference for drifting. Now for grip though, I think that a direct drive wheel would be amazing, and I would highly, highly recommend it. Dang, beginner 2JZ with the 360 entry from the pits onto the track. Well done, sir. You get the golf clap. That was legit. Car simplified. What is that, man? I haven't had a wheel controller in a real wheel controller. Real controller. English. I speak it sometimes in a shameful amount of years. Yeah, well, it's like riding a bike, and you'll be glad that you got one if you ever get back into it. If you're interested in it at any point, just hit me up. I'll help you out. Good chat. We gotta get all into the details about those belt drive wheels versus direct drive wheels versus the Logi boys. Ooh, what is up? Did not see you there. Wow, we are lagging just a little bit. Tonight's server is provided by my buddies in OTM. And I'm kind of curious what CPU priority they got for them. Because occasionally we do see some hiccups, or maybe it's on my side. It could be on my side. A couple of folks have asked on the Discord recently, and seeing... Oh no, I thought I was going to be able to hold it there for a minute. Seeing that driver in front of me reminded me. Can anyone join in these Drift Matsuri or these Drift Bashes? And yes, it is open to anybody who would like to. The only thing that I generally say is that it is a proper Matsuri environment, which means that if you're going to be out in it, just be aware, someone will probably be tandeming with you pretty much no matter how good you are and no matter where you are on the track. As you can see here, peeking into my view screen. Oh, it's Shadow. Going for the pass, and we're just sending it. That was a little bit interesting. I don't think he expected me to go quite on that line, and that's quite alright. Love to get in a good lead with Shadow, because this man drives in a pretty similar way to the way that I drive. And so it's fun to follow him because I'm pretty solid at predicting what he's going to do and when. And that's so important for finding people to drive with. Just people that you mesh with. Late on the transition there. If you are trying to tandem, one of the most important things... Good wall ride, man. Or board slide, or whatever you call that on this elevation change. One of the important things is the transition timing that the lead car has. So I'm watching closely to try and predict when Shadow's going to change directions. I kind of flubbed it there. But if I can, I want to transition at about the same time as him. Nice wall ride. Ooh, another nice wall ride. A lot of my transitions are a little late right now. Could be because I'm talking while driving, who knows? Oh, this is rowdy. We've got somebody behind me as well. I love it. With the wall tap, Shadow, an animal out here. Oh, I finally ever did it. Let's go find that. That is sick. Let's see these guys. Cause yeah, that was mental. Oh well. Looks like I wasn't the only one to bail after that. Oh, that was so good. Shadow, I'll come on, I'll catch you in a second. Benreese, thank you for subscribing, for sending it, and joining the KameTrick World Drift Friends. We are drifters without borders because cars and having fun with them is a universal language. Unfortunately, we still have time zones, so we can only get so many people on the stream right now. Xbox Wheels, Crying Smile, Thrustmaster makes some very good stuff, and actually Fanatec as well is pretty legit, so I'd recommend either of those. Car says, if I get a wheel, I'll talk to you first. Computer upgrade will come first. Though, yeah, absolutely. And the computer upgrade, as you know, is so mint because then when you go to edit your YouTube videos, Cars is also a YouTuber, so check out his channel if you are into probably IRL car stuff more. Maintenance tips and tricks, reviews, things of that nature. But man, making your editing time go faster, like before I built this computer that I'm on right now, I was rocking, if it was like a 15-minute video, it was like a 20-25 minute edit time, and now it's like 7. It's half the video length. It's so good. Psychoweez, would you someday stream a chill run on Shuto? Yes, I 100% will. I have streamed Shuto one time, and I had never practiced it, and it wasn't cars I was familiar with, and it was a lot of crashing because I was trying to go really fast. But I would totally be down to do a chill stream. Coop with the big facts, 111 viewers. Hell yeah, guys, hit that like button. Up to 115. You dudes are the MVPs. We're blowing it up. Let's go. Sean says, cannot wait until Japan opens up. Already have my trip planned out for Ebisu. I've only been to Japan and Korea 5 times before. That's rad, Sean. Where have you been? I used to live in Yamanashi Prefecture, and I've gone out to drift at Ebisu, so it is definitely one of my tracks of choice. Deborah Jansen, thank you for sending it. And Supremes as well. Welcome. Welcome. We're about to go get sideways. We were just catching up with the crew. Unfortunately, between my monitor setup and also just the amount of focus that driving takes, but mostly, honestly, my monitor setup, I am lacking in the ability to drive and chat at the same time. Okay, here comes a 2-car train, and I'm going to try and catch up with it. And we'll do some drifts. We'll chuck a fat skid. So we've got an S13 coupe driven by Snoopy, followed by an HR34 Skyline. That is the rear-wheel drive R34 Skyline, driven by Na Na Na. And if you didn't know, there's a ghost. It's called KameTrick, and if it drives behind you during the stream, it seems to make you mess up. No pressure, Snoopy. No pressure at all. Let's see. It's like people don't even know that I'm behind them. However, I messed myself up that time. The odds that folks wipe just seems to be kind of high sometimes. Maybe it's more accurate to say that I'm really good at getting close to people right before they mess up in sim. Fortunately, I don't do that in real life, because that would break my heart and my car and my budget. Snoopy with the board sled, looking good, very nice. As we tuck in, going down that decreasing radius, sort of sweeper into a hairpin. We are trying to destroy his bumper here. Probably just a couple of inches between our cars. I'm kind of surprised I'm not running into him yet. Oh, there's a tap. That was a little much. I'm just gonna live over here for a moment. Worth it. That was too fun. Alright, we'll catch up to the train. I went from conductor to caboose, just like that. I'm gonna do a little sketchy stuff in order to get caught up for your viewing entertainment. We're following John with that beautiful Doriminati logo. I've seen those guys out at Ebisu shredding. I don't actually know them, and if I go out again, I will make it a point to introduce myself. Alright, and we're back to where we started this session, this set of runs. Back behind Snoopy, who's kind of oddly out of position there, but that's okay. I'll just pass you, hit the brakes really hard, and then do a weird parking job before getting in formation behind here. Yeah! We're gonna go up to third, drive out, drop a tire into the grass so that we can have enough power to make it around, because these cars just barely have enough power to do that in second gear. This is the World Drift Tour Street car pack. If you all are regulars here, you will know that this is a car pack I really enjoy in Assetto Corsa. Got a little distracted there. They simulate, in my estimation, and for my real life experience as well, a proper, like, Matsuri car that you would see at Final Bout, or that you would see at Super D. Oh, I've sent it too far. We're dead. Fortunately, I'm able to hop in here and bail. Then I can jump back in at the back of the train. But yes, back on topic. These cars feel nicely like Matsuri cars. They have in the vicinity of 300 to probably 350 wheel horsepower. Generally fairly light, fairly classic drifting chassis from Japan. You've got S13s, S14s, 180SX, S15, Toyota AE86 naturally aspirated, which is the least powered car of the pack. However, it does pretty well, honestly. It's a car that you can pretty much drive flat out everywhere, and it feels really good. And then you've also got a couple Toyotas. You've got a Toyota Chaser and a Toyota Soarer, which is the JZX and the like SC300, I believe. My Toyota chassis codes are not the best for the big body cars. Oh, that was, I had to bail. That was too close to the wall. Following one of my buddies again, Shadow Hunter. He is one of our modding experts in the KameTrick Discord, and he runs his own Discord as well. Oh, with the board slide, yes! Had to bail, unfortunately, because there's like a tire wall or something at the end. I love seeing that, though. It just looks so rad. I'm gonna goof off over here, see if it will be timed correctly. Not quite. I'll come back out behind Snoopy and Theo right here, and we'll tuck back in. So since we're back here, we can analyze Theo's chase technique. He's relatively new to Assetto Corsa. Discovered it, I think, through my channel a while back, and is always out practicing at every one of these drift bashes. I will say he does have good equipment. He started by getting the Fanatec CSW belt drive wheel, which is the same one that I have. And you guys know how I highly recommend belt drive wheels to everybody. So he went straight to a belt drive wheel. I don't think he'd ever done any drifting or anything before. And just comes out and shreds. Now, of course, he practices outside of my drift bashes as well, but for somebody who's been doing this for probably just a relatively small handful of months, I would say that he's doing some amazing work in the chase position behind Snoopy. In fact, I'm a little too far away to always be able to judge appropriately, but those transitions were within the window of like close enough to the lead car's transitions. Nice and stable, keeping it off the wall. The transitions were strong enough as well, so when you're transitioning from left to right, there's a period where the car is facing straight ahead, and if your transition doesn't have enough weight shift behind it, the car tends to actually straighten out. Now let's see if he shifts up to third. Nope, so that's one area for improvement. That section, we need to be shifting up to third in these cars to be able to get around. And I know that for sure because the S13 that I'm driving is pretty similar to the 180SX that he's in. And I definitely have to do that. Thought I was going to get into the wall, so I kind of bailed there. Dive back in. So, ideally, what he would want to do is get ready, and on this transition here, go up to third right now, and then floor it. And as you can see, I had to get out of it because of all the speed that I got shot towards him with, but that is the missing piece. But otherwise, I give Theo a solid B+ for his line around the track and everything. That was great. Very stoked to see that level of improvement, and that's the sort of thing that you can get from driving a lot. From sim drifting, where it doesn't cost very much money. I would have totaled my car like 3 times by this point in the video if it was in real life. I would have also spent like $800 on tires by this point. Would have just totaled the car again too in the wall there. But you get the idea. Everybody's forever away. Ah! Sorry guys. That was rude of me. I shouldn't crash into people during the stream that I am hosting. Let's go see what is up elsewhere on track here. We've got one little tandem going on here. Let's see if we can't get on board with those two. Nope. It's not gonna let it work. We'll just catch them going around like this. That'll be great. Oh, we're gonna catch up with chat for just a little bit. Ben Reese, hey man. Yeah, welcome. Thank you again for the sub. Sean. Yeah, Sean, where in Japan have you been? There we go. It was taking chat a minute to catch up. Oh boy. Here it is. Sorry, it just took me a second to get scrolling here. Been to Tokyo and the area surrounding Ebisu. Hotel was 15 minutes away. Did you stay at a hotel, or did you stay at the like campground that Aaron Losey and Lone Star Drift and Adam LZ and Taylor Ray use? The campground, if anybody wants to know, is called Forest Park Adatara. It's Adatara or something like that. Adatara. Yeah, so Forest Park Adatara. And it, I'm pretty sure it's kind of expensive. I was splitting it with a huge crew. We had Aussies, we had Americans, we had Brits, we had a Kiwi. Always have to have a Kiwi if you have some Aussies. And yeah, just big old crew. We had an awesome time, but I have no idea how much it cost because the price was split up so many ways. Aeon, sorry for the delay as we're getting through chat here. I'm just using the Soul PP regular. I don't think I'm using PP extra. I think it's the regular PP filter. Chainsley, yeah man, sim setups are awesome. They're just so fun. Jordan, all the info for joining us, if you just type in !server, our bot will let you know what you need to do to join in. It is certainly open if you can find a slot. Mahmoud Al-Gaithi, we're all gonna make it, bruh. Depends on the FFB. Yeah, now T300 is rad. It's a pretty decent wheel. Trevor, handbrake, spacebar, or spacebar e-brake club, rise up. That's right. 360 and reverse entry. I do need to do one of those. Yes, good call. I'll go do that next. Mouse and keyboard. Whew. Heck yeah. Red D-Tat. I have the G25 and I have to throw the wheel because it's too slow to keep up with the cars. The T300 will be a night and day difference. It will knock your socks off. You won't have to touch it in transition at all. Just like my wheel, you see, I'm just like, whoop, I let go and the wheel's like, and it goes where it needs to go, and I'm not spinning out because of it. A T300 will do that. Buy it. It is a good choice. You will not regret it. Car says there's no way I could do anything close to this with a controller. Yeah, it's oh. Everything got freaked out. I must have got ran into. It just takes practice, you know, and it's all about balancing the car, and Sim is a safe, affordable, relatively speaking, way to do it. Ben Bueller, good to see you. Welcome back. He's one of our big supporters on the Twitch channel. How do I left foot brake while tandeming? I can cover that. Yeah, the WDT Street cars are so rowdy. Love it. And drifting in Forza 7 with a controller, yes. So Forza is a title that's really optimized for controllers, so you can drift on a wheel, but I think it's actually probably more enjoyable to do on a controller. Sean with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Keep up the good work. Maybe we can tandem IRL sometime. Yeah, absolutely. I'm located in Oklahoma presently, and when my car is running, it's down for repair right now. I'm found drifting in Oklahoma and Texas, and then I make it out to some other state once or twice a year, even if it's not with the car. Like I've been out to Virginia to drift, I've been out to Cali for events, I go out to New Mexico, so I get around. We might run into each other for sure. I really appreciate your support though, thank you very much. SP1RR, what is up? I'm going to make a video on e-brake options for you guys, but really, spoiler alert, keyboard e-brake. That's the best. That's the move. You'll see, when I've got a keyboard just like taped to my dashboard of the real drift car, you guys are going to have to roll. FE Mods, thanks again. I was all about ADC when I first started, but I've learned to love the WDT cars as well. Yeah, no hate towards ADC, just different stuff. But there we go. Vlad F, are you hayai? So desu yo. Ma osoku wa nai desu yo. I'm not too slow. It's good. All right. What did I say I was going to do? I was going to talk about left foot braking, and we're going to do some 360s and backwards entries. Where in Virginia, I went to Shenandoah Speedway for Low Style Heroes. I have like a 4-video drift vlog from that. Early on, when I started really uploading content as KameTrick, instead of just had the account as like a user. Have I come to the Northeast? Pennsylvania, New York, New England? Not yet. That is on my list though, and I want to make it up to Schwano as well. Inhalator, what is up? Good to see you. Welcome. E-brake ripped out of a real car attached to a lever that presses on the spacebar. Could be. I want to get an electronic actuating, like a robo-cylinder or something, to pop the brakes and actually put a keyboard in the real car. Really just to be a troll, but I think that would be pretty hilarious. Alright, let's do it. We're going to talk about left foot braking while tandeming. And we're going to try and throw some 360s. Woohoo! Spicy. Alright, I need there not to be a huge train behind me in order to do 360s, although I'm pretty sure that that's Koenigsegg and he's down for some dual 360 attempts. I have to say attempts because I don't know that it's going to go all that well for us. So let's spec out where on this track do we want to do a backwards entry. Backwards. I think it's going to have to be the turn after this little S-bend. So we're going to whip down through here. And after this 180, there's basically a straight where we can do a manji. And let's try and do a backwards entry into here. So, oh, that was too backwards. And as you can see, you don't want to do backwards entries when there are drivers behind you. It will not go well. John, you're probably going to end up hitting me. But we're going to try it. Folks are going to figure out that they need to just give me all the room. Ooh, it's kind of a shit show right now. That's alright. We're having fun. I'm just going to turn this into... Nope. I'm going to assassinate everyone. Sorry, guys. We're going to run away. Or try for that 360 again. And then talk about left foot braking in tandem. Of course, I have to be tandeming for that to be relevant here. So let's get this. I don't know, it's kind of sort of backwards. And now we'll get our 360 on this lap. We'll shoot up the hill, throw a transition, roll past this little sand dune. Some aggressive transitions there, because why not? If you throw the wheel when you transition, in my experience, you can get a snappier transition. You don't have to do that. Okay, let's see if we can do the 360. Almost. Not quite. But almost. think I transitioned a little late. We're going to tandem with BattleRidge and then do a 360 in that same spot, unless everything goes to heck before then. In the wall. And bogging it, so we're having to clutch kick the heck out of it. And get warmed up for some of that left foot braking in tandem discussion that's going to be coming up next. Okay, now I do need speed in order to throw this 360 attempt. Well, if I didn't end up going into the grass, that would have done it. Okay, let's work on some left foot braking in tandem. And in order to do that, I'm going to post up right here and wait for, I think I want to follow BattleRidge out. I think he's coming up. I'll take a sip of the potion. Yep, there he goes. Coming down around that little tight section that whips in and then gets real tight into a hairpin. So I'm watching him on the mini-map, and we're going to pull out and follow that group. 2 turns away. 1 turn away. And we'll get ready to send it. There's quite a big crowd, so there will be ample opportunities for me to demonstrate left foot braking, probably as well as crash avoidance. We've got BattleRidge, Player, Shadow Hunter, and John DM as well. And one thing I will tell you is that the farther back you are in a train, the more small imperfections in someone's line or like approach or like not very smooth moments get amplified. So the second car has it so easy. The third car has it a little tougher. The fourth car has really got their work cut out for them, and anybody beyond that is just a crazy man. You've got to be ready at all times, the farther back that you are. Now, left foot braking in tandem is one of those things where, like, oh, too much. I'll just drive out of the way here. Left foot braking in tandem is one of those things that you can do a couple of ways. There's not just one way that's right. I'm going to ignore a little bit about the track. Oh, that went terribly. I was going to try and link it in one smooth turn. It was not smooth, nor was it a turn. What is up, Tora? Koenigsegg still has that 360 magic. Xbox, I'd like to think not. Okay, there go the homies. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of course cutting in order to get into the position that I want. There we go. But for not 360s, we're done with that. For left foot braking in tandem, the main thing that I do personally is I don't try to left foot brake all the time. I left foot brake in certain moments, and I avoid it in certain moments. So for me, when the car is transitioning, that I try to use a left foot brake if I have to adjust my proximity to the lead car. If the car is transitioning, I will use e-brake. And the reason for that is because I have more flexibility in terms of like bailing. So if I use the e-brake, I'm able to clutch in, and my right foot I'll have hover over the foot brake. I'll use my e-brake to slow down slightly and to position my car. and then the foot brake if things like that get to where I'm really needing to shut the car down. The right foot on the foot brake is easy to do that, and the e-brake will let me control the car's like sideways angle so that I can make it do what I want to do. So in a lot of these tight transitions where the turns don't last very long, you'll see me doing that. However, once the car is stable in drift, as I get assassinated, once the car has basically like made its transition and we're just going around the turn, let's see, maybe I'll chase this gentleman. That is the point where it's a good time to do your left foot brake. So I just want a little bit of calm on a track here where I can actually demonstrate what I'm trying to articulate to you guys. So I'm waiting on Ian to go around. I see him. He's coming. We'll be there soon. Sean, you got in nice in the gray S13. I'll look for you on track. Alright, Ian's almost here. I have just a little bit more party juice. Okay, here we come. Oh, this is the curse. Oh, apparently Ian was not wanting to be tandemed with, which is fine. I wasn't trying to make him uncomfortable, but now I need someone to lead for me. There's Balasage and Nathan, aka Starlord Gaming, if you are an OG on this channel for the live streams. So, we get the car transition. Now is the point, like when everybody's happy and in drift, that left foot braking can be done. But you gotta be kind of careful about left foot braking because you can't clutch kick while you're left foot braking. So if anybody loses speed and angle stalls it, you have to move both your feet, clutch in, and charge off a clutch kick to reinitiate your drift. Like that. See, I'm not really able to do that successfully. So a track that is this tiny might not be the best. But as you can see, I wait until the car is transitioned, and then I'm just hovering my foot essentially over the left foot brake to show like when I would be able to left foot brake if I needed to. So I will use e-brake to check up there, and then I'll get onto the left foot brake. I got hit there as soon as the transition is complete. So again, I'll hover for safety, and then I'll be ready to deploy left foot brake right after. As soon as the car is stable, as soon as I know the lead car is not going to wipe. Now, sometimes you can hang out here, especially if you are driving with somebody really skilled and you know what to do. But another thing about left foot braking that's really important to know is that if you lock up the front tire, sometimes you're screwed. And I got taken out. I hit from behind, ruined my transition, and put me right into the wall. Not a hard hit, but it doesn't take much to mess you up. Maybe Shadow can give us a good good lead to follow here, because like I said, we drive pretty similarly. So once I get kind of locked in, I'm not actually... Well, that was kind of a garbage transition. Get back in position here. I'm not actually pressing the brake that much. Like, you'll see that for me personally, my style is to just modulate the gas. Maybe because I'm used to driving naturally aspirated and supercharged, like Roots supercharged cars where I don't have a turbo to spool. If I had a turbo to spool, left foot braking would be a lot more attractive. Which I do in the simulator, but honestly I don't think these cars really need it. But I'm using my pedal cam right now to show, as we go up to third, back down to second. Kind of how I like to do it. That was too aggressive by just a little bit. Got into the grass, got too much angle, had to go to first and then missed my clutch, or my shift, dropped it into neutral. So yeah, it's mostly a matter of, for me, not getting yourself like tied up on the controls. First of all, you know, the whole point in tandem is to do things that minimize the risk of driver error. Do things that keep you from stuffing it into your buddy's car and ruining both of your days, possibly having, you know, like a month or something of downtime and missing the next event because you broke your shit. That was a little much, sorry. One thing that Shadow does that I don't do when I'm leading is he'll do these transitions, and I think that he'll pull e-brake early in the transition. So like, he'll transition and then e-brake out to a little bit more angle. Accelerate around. Here again, he'll transition and then he'll like e-brake out to a little bit more angle towards the end. And I do that sometimes. But a lot of times I just go in and I throw a transition that's so hard that if I need more angle, I transition to it. And if I needed the e-brake more to slow my car down, I use the angle scrub. So you'll see it on this turn. So he'll do this manji and then watch. He sort of like, the car pauses for a second and then steps out wider. I suspect that that's a tiny little e-brake drag. I think that my approach is a little faster. So one nice thing about Shadow is that it's usually pretty easy for me to keep up with him. He's also adept at using a lot of angle. And he ends up using more than me sometimes, which is pretty rad. Another thing about left foot braking, you do have to be ready for the guy in front of you to use left foot braking. So that was a case where, as we were catching up to a slower car, Shadow needed to left foot brake like I had been doing. And then because Shadow left foot braked, I had to left foot brake harder. And then the guy behind me, who instantly became the fourth car in a tandem, was not prepared for the sudden sort of slowdown at that point in the track. And it also comes back to tandem, why you need to look ahead as much as possible, not just to the car directly in front of you, but periodically glance up and try to check every car. If you're the fourth car back, you're watching all three cars and your position on the track at the same time. It sounds ridiculous, it is ridiculous, but that's what you do. That's the gist. Catch up with everybody for just a moment. I'm gonna bounce over to my chatting screen. You can enjoy seeing some, hey, there's some Ebisu footage for you, Sean. A little bit of driving footage while I take a breather here. "150 viewers. What is up, guys? Welcome. If you are new here, my name is Ben and my channel is KameTrick. It's all about drifting and the drift life. So if you're into either of those things, whether you want to just watch it and be entertained, see some cool shreds, maybe some gnarly wipeouts, or if you want to learn how to get into drifting yourself in the simulator or in real life, this is the channel for you, and I recommend that you check out my video library, and if you like what you see, do consider subscribing. No pressure. But yeah, 151 viewers, 110 likes. If you guys who are here still will hit that like button, it would help me out quite a bit. I appreciate it. We've got a steady flow of folks coming in, seeing some good shreds, and then going back on with their evening. Hopefully they'll come back as subscribers again, like Combo Comp, who has just sent it and joined the KameTrick Drift crew. Ooh, Psycho Wee says, "I love how Ben's hands are so calm and the Assetto hands are just crazy hysteria." Yeah, I know, right? I kind of want to make a mod. I want to work with a modder to make a driver model that has drift hands. And by drift hands, what I mean is that instead of doing the whole, like, well, you can't even see it. I'll pull it up here. Gavin Hurst as well, welcome. Thank you for the sub. Alright, so drift hands. We're just talking about drift hands. So the Assetto Corsa hands turn, and then this hand comes up, and I think it's going to grab the wheel again. Yep, there it goes. And then they come over, and here it's going to unwind. It's going to come up and grab the wheel again, and then it's going to come up and grab the wheel again. Instead of doing all that nonsense, drifter hands, as you've seen if you've been watching, basically you just keep your hands at, what is this, 9 and 3, and you just let go. And then the wheel spins on its own. Like so, and then you just grab the wheel, do your driving, and then you let go for the transition and it spins. I do still try to grab it at 9 and 3 again, but it's just kind of interesting how that works. Of course, it would look really goofy as a mod if you were steering normally and the guy's hands were just like this and the steering wheel was magically moving on its own. But I think that would be, like, for people that are actually in drift, a really cool thing to have. So I'm going to see if I can get somebody to work with me and make that. Maybe we'll have, to go with the KameTrick 240SX that's being developed for Assetto Corsa, maybe we'll have a KameTrick inspired driver model. Don't worry, I'll put a helmet. You don't need to see this ugly mug all the time. FV Mods, you've probably been asked this 1,000 times, but do you think it's worth it to move to the Club Sport from a G920? I do. Assuming that a direct drive wheel is considerably more expensive, I think that a Club Sport is awesome. It's what I use now. I have zero complaints. This is an amazing wheel. I love how it feels. Sprinkles Alpha gave me a bump. It's all good, man. Did I ever visit South Korea while I lived in Japan? I have not. I've pretty much just been to Japan as far as Asian countries go. I've been to, oh right, I want to put the Sportsline Yamanashi back on here. This is old potato cam footage from when I used to live in Japan, around 2006 to 2008, somewhere in that vicinity. So yeah, I lived in Yamanashi. It's a mountainous prefecture, 70% mountains, and outside of the capital, Kofu, it's pretty rural. There's a lot of vineyards, there's a lot of like orchards and fruits and vegetable growing, and a lot of mountains. So it was really a cool place to be as a car guy. There were a lot of great toge roads. There were some local shredders that I got to watch drive on the streets some nights. Right nearby, like 2 train stations up the road, was Sportsland Yamanashi, as you've probably heard from Alexi or Noriaro's Japan videos. And this was back in the day. I don't think Alexi had even been there yet, so it was pretty cool. This is like the classic Japan move, or the classic like mid-2000s car guy move. I was in Japan as a, Wednesday night after school, because I was there as an international student, chilling, having a whiskey coke or something, and had just gotten back from karaoke. We had just torn the town up. It was a great time. And I was restless. I didn't want to go to sleep, you know. So I hopped online, went to Google Satellite View, started looking for racetracks, started looking for toge roads. That's what you did back in the day, and probably what you should do now. After you're done watching my stream, go look for some toge roads if you're randomly living in Japan and you have no idea where anything is at. But less had been discovered back then, right? So I'm looking around, zooming out from where I live, going up the highway a little bit, just peeking, seeing what I see. And I'm like, that's an awfully weird toge road. It's so tight and narrow, and it loops back on it. So that's a circuit. And so I zoomed in, and Spotsurando Yamanashi came up, and I can read Japanese. I'm not fluent, but I'm in a category that other people just about have to be fluent to be able to tell. So I see it says Sportsline Yamanashi. I go to their website. I start reading it. I have to translate some of it because I'm not that good at sight reading kanji. And yeah, sure enough, that's a motorcycle racing circuit, and they do drift days as well. So I went and I looked, saw when they were going to have a drift day, and I tried to bike up the mountain. It was too steep. I walked up the rest of the way, and yeah, the rest is history. I met the track owner. We had a good time. I've been back a couple times, been taken out for rides with one of the gentlemen who's not like a FD regular, but sorry, not a D1 regular, but had driven in D1 once or twice. Sort of like what you'd call a top 33 kind of driver, like good, but it was back in the day too when they were normal cars and not 1,000 horsepower space machines. But yeah, tiny rant about living in Japan and all those good times. I need a hand position sensing wheel. That'd be cool. Labetree, what is up? That was some good stuff. I think I only got one run with you, but I'll be back next week. Very good, man. We are doing this every Friday from 9 p.m. until midnight. We do the first half of the stream until about 10:35. That is Central Time. I'm in the middle of America. And that's roughly now until about 10:30. And then we switch over to twitch.tv/KameTrick for the second half of the stream. And we do a track change there as well. So if you are on Twitch, I would love for you to come support me, because we're going to move over there fairly soon and do some more skids. I'm just going to hit up the team, say we're ready for track change, and then I'll cut a few more laps while we wait for track change to happen. Our second track is going to be very different. We're going... What's up, Jericho? Good to see you. Yeah, map change is happening ASAP. We're going from real life drift, well, from sort of fantasy drift track that looks like it could be real, because this is just a fake made up track circuit. From this to Super Mario Brothers. I shit you not. One of my acquaintances in the Assetto Corsa scene. Good dude, I have a lot of respect for him. His name is Soyo, based out of, I think, Las Vegas area. He is a modder, and he has made some tracks, some very cool stuff. He works with the guys that do Shuto Revival Project, the, Tokyo Highway mod. He made a port of Mario Kart's Royal Raceway for Assetto Corsa, and we are going to drift the heck out of it. It's a pretty fun little time. Here's Balisage. I'm gonna hop in behind him for a couple more laps and make sure that I actually switched my stream view over, because I sometimes forget I actually did. Alright, let's get in here behind Balisage. Getting that transition right, it feels so good when you can pull up on the lead car and get close without hitting them. Now there I had to give a little bit of left foot brake, and that's something that people don't always think about, because I was so close. When you are on somebody's door like that, there's not room for them to transition. They're going to swing the tail end of their car into you. So if you get alongside properly, You sometimes need a left foot brake to give them a little space. In order to get in position for their transition. Oh, that was crazy stuff. Very nice. Palisade is another great guy to follow. Our styles just mesh really well together. I don't know if he feels the same about following me, but he's just somebody I really enjoy driving with. Now, I do wish that he had a real car. He's working on one. But if he did have his real car, I'd be really curious. Oh, too much. We're gonna bonk into this. I've done that before, where you dip off and you get sucked into the grass and you get absorbed into a tire wall for a gentle hit. I've done that before. Actually, there's a vlog where that happens. Could have been worse, could have been better. But no damage to the car of significance, not even body damage. Anyway, I wish Palisade had a real life car, because it'd be fun to tandem with him in it. Fabio FBO, thank you for sending it and joining the KameTrick World Drift Friends. Good to see you, man. JP, the Mario track is great for drifting. Hey, hit me up, by the way. Are you on the Discord? I looked for you the other day. I wanted to get with you about editing. I know that was a conversation forever ago, but I was at least going to see how you were doing. There's just all kinds of stuff going on in the world, so yeah, if you're in Discord, DM me. Otherwise, I'll look for you on Facebook later. Cars says, there's a real steering wheel I've seen used to give someone that is missing their legs the ability to drive by having a throttle ring behind the regular wheel. That's cool. FE Mods is the link for that track in the Discord. It is. It's in the KT announcements channel as well. It is the link that's called track number 2. Sean, I will post it once I get in. So essentially the process there is that this track is going to end. I'm going to exit, load into the new track with the password, and then once I'm in and I'm sure that everything is working, as far as my, like I always double check the content manager kept my spacebar e-brake bound, because occasionally it just forgets. So once I get all that confirmed, I will drop the password, and there'll be a short intermission while I do that, and also while I switch my streaming software over from my YouTube stream keys into my Twitch stream keys as well. Psycho Weez, yes, I didn't say anything, but I was watching that guy wipe. It was pretty funny. Koenigsegg, I'm not sure if that was meant for me or if that was just to get a reaction, but sent it right into those very stout tires. Palisade, you're gonna have a car soon, right on. Are you guys still gonna do that weird like Frankenstein thing? It'll be fun. Or Absolute Daddy, how's it going, man? I've not seen you for a minute. How have you been? We're just having a wonderful time on the stream. 173 viewers. Let's go. Don't forget to hit like, guys. We got 170 likes. 177 viewers. Rowdy, we are having a wonderful time. Darren, how do I like the Club Sports? It is great. I actually have not thought to make a review of the wheel. I should do that. I've been using it for over a year, so I could do one of those like 1 year later review type deals. And yeah, I love it. It's amazing. I've got the pedals as well, as you can see down next to my feet, the V3 pedals. They are also very legit. Cut over to some No Coast Drift Party New Mexico Sandia Speedway footage, as well as some my car versus like 1,000 LEDs on Oklahoma Motorsports Complex. Nathan says, I'll be signing off today. Had so much fun. Right on, man. It's good to it was good to see you. Thank you for coming out. Matt Khalil, good to see you. Welcome. And new to sim racing as well. Well, you're in the right place. This channel has all sorts of sim racing information. If you want to get into Assetto Corsa, this is definitely the channel for you. And in general as well, we've got a great community in the Discord. So that for you and for anybody else who's watching this later as a VOD is available. Just open up the description of any of my videos, really, and you can hop into the KT Discord, where you can get all sorts of support, hang out with over 4,000 sim drifter and real life drifters. We've got a rad community there that's always growing. Lip Rippin' just locked in a 350Z. Those are rad. Excellent cars. Bombardier as well. 6:42 a.m. and I still have no sleep. Whew. We are actually getting ready to switch over to the Twitch stream pretty soon. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support as well. Hope to see you in the comments on some of my edited videos. I'll have hopefully one of those coming out next week. Snitch the pass. Super slow Camaro. Rip some karts around that Oklahoma track. Yeah, man, it's a fun drift track. If we have an event that I make it out to, because my car's down for repairs, and honestly, I've just been too busy between life, family, COVID, and YouTube to fix the real car. I just haven't prioritized it lately. But, yeah, hopefully you can come for a ride out there at some point. And although we have a gnarly 170 viewers tonight, I think it's time to call it. So, here's what's going to happen. You've been watching KameTrick. Like, subscribe. We're closing down the stream. Head over to www.twitch.tv/KameTrick if you have a Twitch account. And if you don't, go make one because it's rad. We got more of the same, new track change. We are going to do it up Super Mario Kart style with Royal Raceway from Soyo. He's also got a YouTube channel if you want to check out some of his content. So, I will see you guys there. It'll be about 4-5 minutes as we get through the transition to move my streaming software over. And Super Slow Camaro with the sub, thank you very much. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching the live stream, sharing it out with your friends, hitting like when I schedule those things because it does pump it up in the algorithm, and I really appreciate your support. We will see you next time here on KameTrick. Have a good night, guys. Peace.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.